Starting.
Yep.
So I'm going to transplant my orange tree into this pot. I realize it's not a real big pot, but I don't have a big pot available right now. I will here, but I just want to do it in intervals, slowly go into bigger pots. That's what they have you do. So I'm going to remove some of the soil out of here and put that pot in here. I'm not going to put the pot, but I'm going to put the plant in here, and then I'll replace all the soil. So I am going to get a bucket, and I am going to put the soil in this bucket so I can put it back into this pot once I get the orange tree in here. So I'm going to take out a bunch of the soil. This is what had those tulips in, and I tried to find the bulbs. I dug through this a little bit, tried to find the bulbs, and I couldn't find the bulbs, so they might just come up next spring in with the orange tree. I don't think it's going to hurt the orange tree in the least bit. What you can do, if you look back behind there, in here, you can see how big the lemons are getting on the lemon tree. Not a whole lot of lemons on there, but it's a start. Next year there should be a lot more. These are self-pollinating trees. The lemon tree, the lime tree, and the orange tree are all self-pollinating. So it's going to take quite a bit of dirt taken out of here to get that orange tree in here. Came in here the other day, yesterday I believe it was, and pulled out some more slugs out of the green house. And pepper I had in the aquaponic, they ate it. So I'm about ready to give up on that.
You think it might be because of the aquaponic that the slugs are in here more?
Do what?
I think it might be because of the aquaponic that the slugs are in here more.
And it's just a lot of wet. It's wet. Slugs like it wet. Even though this is Central Oregon and we don't have a lot of slugs.
1, 2,
Oh, there they are.
3. They don't seem
4.
to be... Yeah, 4.
Yeah, how about that? There they are.
What are we going to do with them?
These are the bulbs to those...
They look rotted.
no, they're not. They're a good solid, firm to the tulips that were in here earlier this spring. So I will put them... I have another pot that I want to put them in. So I'm going to just set them over here for right now. But I have a old bathtub out.
It's that white thing way out there with the yellow
Yeah,
thing
it's over
on
there
it.
by the other strawberry patch. And I'm going to put those in that as well with some other flowers that I have. Like I'm going to take this rose bush out and this other flower here out and put it also in that tub out there, because I want to use these tubs mainly for fruit, for vegetables, so when they're full of flowers and utilizing it the way I want to. Oh, here.
Another one?
I think we found another one.
Yeah, that one had more roots to it.
There's another one.
I think we buried them too deep.
That one there looks like it was buried too deep here. There's another one.
Probably another one in that bunch.
That's what I'm looking. But there's not. No. Okay, I think that should be enough to put that orange tree in. Mix up this bottom soil a little bit. I think I just saw a worm in there.
There's a worm?
Was. I think I reburied him. So.
Eh, he has a good
There's
home.
another one.
Another one.
Cool. Yeah, there's the worm.
Hey, look at him.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to have fun with that tree.
Yeah. I think there's also worms in here, too.
Which means this one's going to have a lot of worms.
Yeah. If you look, I think my daughter said there was aphis on this, so I had them hose it off really heavy yesterday.
I saw black things
And
come off
that's
of it.
why there was a what?
There was black things coming off of it.
And so you can see where the bugs. And we have frogs in the greenhouse, but something really ate on it.
Probably because we need more frogs. We only have like a few in here.
We had like 4 or 5. I think what we need to do is take that one that's in the cooler, the swamp cooler, and put it in here. Get this loosened up so I can get this out of here. There we go. And there's the, you can see it's pretty root bound. It all feels pretty wet too, like the soil's fairly wet, so I'm not gonna water this one when I put it back, put all the soil back in. But you can see there's gonna be quite a bit of room for it to re-root itself. So the roots will be able to spread out. Have a little bit more room to spread out, and then I'll, next spring, I'll put it in a bigger pot, probably a pot as big as those other ones in, like the fig tree is in. And here's another bulb.
We're just finding many of these, aren't we?
Yep.
Got several more bulbs. Wonder how many we did actually put in this. Because there's probably more we haven't found.
I don't know. Oh, I think, because I had taken them from out in the yard, and I don't think there was that many I took out of the yard, because they would never blossom, because they weren't getting enough water. And so actually this year was the first time that they blossomed in the greenhouse.
Probably because it's too cold, or either too hot or too cold every year.
Well, it just got too dry, because once they started coming up in the spring, it just got too dry. So I have plenty of soil left over in here. So now this tree will have a chance to get a little bigger now. And I don't think I'm going to water it, because it felt like it was way too wet to start with, so it's not going to get water. But
I didn't know where to put them. Sorry.
good.
Pumpkin seed.
Seed of some sort
Why is there a seed in here that's not?
that didn't grow.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're going to put this one back. If you look in the greenhouse, you can see I emptied it out quite a bit.
Here.
put it back in the greenhouse. Our days and nights are still cold. It's like rainy and cold today. And where'd that fig go? That fig there is just about ready to be picked. These two here are almost ready to be picked.
How about that
Because
one?
they have a bunch of more figs on them. Nope, that one there is just starting to get big. You can see they're getting big.
I'm surprised we got figs.
Yep. Now these figs over here, this fig tree over here, it's the black fig, and it's not mature enough to start having figs. And that one's also a black fig. This is a green fig.
It's got figs on it. It's got little buds for figs right in there in the black one.
The black one?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I do see that little fig right there. Awesome.
2 little figs.
Yeah. So, I don't know if they'll get big enough to be figs this year, but my daughter likes the black figs better than she does the green ones. I like figs, period. I don't care if they're black or green. I love figs. I mean, you see these blackberries are turning color. My daughter's anxious about that. She'd like to see them get a little bit bigger. I think they might. And you can see that the lime tree's doing good, growing, gotten taller. I need to prune out the center of it so it'll do a little better. But before I tackle that, I'm going to get online and see how I should prune that to make sure I don't destroy it as I'm pruning it. So I think that's it. The orange tree, finally got it in a bigger pot. I'm happy about that. It looks good except for what little bit got ate by either aphis or some kind of bug. But I do have frogs in here. I have seen them.
I just don't know where they're at.
Yeah, I just don't know where they're at this time.
They either hide in the trees. I think they hide in the lemon tree back there. And
Yeah, I think they hide amongst like inside the
Strawberries.
strawberries. And you can see we have some red strawberries even in here. And now in the summertime, this fig tree here, I usually put him out because he's so big. It gets so hot in here. I do have a fan. I turn that on to keep it cooler in here. It blows the hot air out of here. This window, we open that window there and it blows the hot air out. So, anyway, hope you have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe. Push the ring the bell so that you're notified every time we do upload a video. And make a comment, push the like or the dislike button. Yeah, and have questions, ask questions. You want to know something? Like I say, this is Central Oregon, where we have a weather pattern all of our own, and the weatherman will tell you that. And I think I've mentioned that a few times. So where everybody else is having 70 and 80 degree weather, and 60 and 50 at night, or tornadoes or hurricanes or whatever, we're having snow and rain. Which I'm not complaining about the rain. We need the rain. Terrible. Anyway, meet you on the other side.